First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today we've got what's always a hard-hitting battle in the NFC North, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Jack Campbell running him down behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now third down and 6 to go.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
They go here with a former Lion, DeAndre Swift. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw, Williams. Throw right side, taken in by Adunze. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
At the Lions' 4-yard line.
Running is Monangai. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Kyle Monangai, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career. Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 41 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Gibbs. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
White 20.
Gibbs again. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
Yeah, they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
We go tonight. 180.
Play action. It's Goff. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
It's up about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about on that football.
8 yards.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. And again, back to Kmet. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
What is up?
Play action. Now Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now.
3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Williams. And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
There he goes left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 74 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll go play action here with Williams. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
What is up?
Swift going to try up the middle. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
It's third down and 4.
Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero, nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. That is caught. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Gain of 10 yards.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
DeAndre Swift.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Malcolm Rodriguez.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Aiden Hutchinson on the
Like any team plan, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll go. Here's Williams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down and 6 now.
Here we go. 20.
Now gone. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A gain of 21 yards.
180.
First down, Detroit.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. Down to about the 45.
Jahmyr Gibbs, the ball carrier.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Hold on. Check.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And powering through at the 35. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 45 yards. And the Lions add 6 to their lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Now for the point after. It's good to make it 17-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chicago offense set to get started. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
In motion comes the tight end left. After one, 17-7 is our score. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
A gain of 3 yards.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 1 yard and now no yards have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Gibbs straight ahead. Oh, fighting off the defender. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game.
It's a gain of 6.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On third down, here's Gibbs. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Black 20!
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Here we go. 180!
Now a play fake, and it's Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Lions first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Hand off now to Gibbs. And he works free. 123 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second down.
Tonight! 180! No ball. What's that?
Goff. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
Here's Monangai. The tackle there by Malcolm Rodriguez.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. To the air, Williams. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Luther Burden, 42 yards. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Lions offensive receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown set to go once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
20.
Now run by Gibbs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
If force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Fighting him off. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Second and 9.
Ready, sit up.
To throw, it's Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
That's good for a Bears first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 70 yards on the ground here for Swift. He's got a first down as well.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a second and 10. Throwing is Williams. Now he'll tuck this and run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here's Williams from the gun on third down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on third down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. Third down incompletion, fourth down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to first down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
Two yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Williams. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Bears 21.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit Lions getting set for another series here. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Made by Andrew Billings.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Second and 8 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
180!
Gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here we go, tonight! 180! Hey, tonight!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He'll try and do this himself. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Like 20!
They'll go again with Gibbs. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
180!
They'll try the air now with Goff. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
24 yards. And the Lions first down.
Like 20!
24-yard gain on the play. First down.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Cut! 180! Turbo!
On the give, here's Gibbs. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Bears 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. DeAndre Swift. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
3 yards there to begin the third quarter. They also lead by 3 points.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Off play action. Here's Goff. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 47 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Here we go tonight. 180. Hey, tonight.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
180.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Bears 28.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys...
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic, a lot of fun to watch.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. We're going to look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade is going to happen, but buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Jared Goff sacked. A loss of 8 yards. It's second down.
And what in the world? Not sure if he just heard a whistle there or what, but for some reason he spiked the football. They need 18 yards here on third down. Play action. It's Goff. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
A gain of 17 yards.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's 2nd and 10.
What is that?
They'll send the tight end in motion left. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Williams looking to do it himself. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
A gain of 28 more yards.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
Swift will take it in. Touchdown, Bears.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to end the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Lining up for the extra point.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Lions 38.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Over 1st and 10.
The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
1-yard line.
Here we go. 120. What's that?
Here's Gibbs. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Brady Jarrett on the stop.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Black 20.
Goff now to throw. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Williams looking to do it himself. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
A pass complete to Odunze. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A 7-yard gain. And the Bears 1st down.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
Number 4,
Down to about the 45.
he was brought down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about where they take a good first.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Here's Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for the Bears 1st down.
Things started a little slow for him as a runner, but he has really found a different gear here in this 2nd half. He's been more aggressive, challenging the defense when he sees an opportunity, and now he has a 100-yard game to show for it.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
2nd and goal.
What is up?
They'll run with Swift. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now the point after try for Santos. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit Lions getting set for another series here. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he is really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there are certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 36 yards on the play.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And Gibbs has it. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Black 20!
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Value one! What's that?
Gibbs will try and pick it up. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
DC!
They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's the surprise, because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Chicago! Olamide Zaccheaus, 70 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way to the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this 3rd quarter. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
180.
Back to throw, Goff. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Out of the gun, Goff. He's going to take another shot here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And where they are on the scoreboard almost dictates taking this big shot and trying to get right back into the game. They took it there and couldn't connect. Despite the defense being ready, go ahead and force it downfield. See what you can get.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Looking to throw. Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. This is Swift on the counter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
Yeah, they've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, 2nd down.
Williams loses the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
62 yards.
A big play there for Detroit.
First down.
62 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 14.
Back to throw. Williams. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
We get a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
180.
Now it's gone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Anthony Frisker, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
180.
To throw is Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams 83 yards. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now the try here for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bears now ready to take over again. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
What is that?
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and do this himself. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Running is Benungai. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
What is that?
Working out of the gun, Williams. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit Lions getting set for another series here. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This has 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards.
Good for a Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Here we go. 180.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
180.
Here's Goff. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 49 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This crowd, boy, in a state of shock. What was once safely in hand is now a tie game as the kick is away here. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run Monangai. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw is Williams. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. This offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show, as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
That's good for a Lions.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
20.
Now Goff. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete.
Incomplete. He was covered by Kevin Byard.
180.
Now Goff. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. Well, penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. And when you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now a play fake, and it's gone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Onto the field now come the Bears. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Here's Monangai. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
To the air, Williams. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here comes the Bears punter now. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. It's taken to the 26. Fights through, and now a crease. A solid stiff arm. And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. We get a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes.
Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Lions strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So now the Bears down by 7. 1:52 to play. And no other way to say it. They have blown a big lead, but a chance to rescue things late.
What is up?
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Alim McNeill In there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. He's back to throw. Gives this to Moore. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. On the ground, it's Monangai. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
He'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Odunze. Here now, 3rd down.
Complete to Rome Odunze.
Back to throw. Williams looking to do it himself. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Williams looking to do it himself. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
35-yard line.
Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Out of the end zone.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Williams. And this one is incomplete. They were moving the ball well early in the drive, but now it's 4th down. 3 straight incompletions all of a sudden could be their final play.
And with that type of pressure, how are they going to handle it? What do you call in this situation? Personally, I got to get the ball to my best player with the play he likes to run best.
They'll go. Here's Williams. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost at fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. Now it's Goff. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
He was covered by Kevin Byard.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
We go tonight. Value free. Value free.
Now Goff. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And that is incomplete. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
So the Lions, now they'll get the first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
120. What's that?
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Now a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Opening drive of overtime and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up.
180.
First throw in overtime for Goff. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Bears, 66.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
They need a matching touchdown here to keep their hopes alive. Here's second down. To throw, Williams. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Aiden Hutchinson. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have the Bears first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
That's good for the Bears. First down. First and 10.
And how about that? In a game that's had just about everything, how's that for an answer? Remember, in the past, this game would be over already. But that's a huge play there to give them a fighting chance to go down and possibly tie this game.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
A stop here is a game winner in overtime. Here comes 4th down. Throwing is Williams. And he is going to be out of bounds a mile away from that yellow line, and that will become a turnover on downs. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 2 for 3 before that. They finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
So it's a win here for the Lions, and the guy who spearheaded things was their quarterback, and that's Jared Goff.
Yeah, this was a game for the ages, wasn't it? 6 touchdown passes. He had this offense running to its absolute peak efficiency, and I tell you what, that's as good a game as you'll see at the quarterback position.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.